let's see here, fellow mech warrior friends. This is Draven Dark Shadow and Texan Scrub Lord, my co-host. He's currently on his phone trying to do something with mech warrior. Apparently that was a hot fix, and yeah, he had to relog or something. Strange things happening here, but no worries. I'm pretty sure he'll be on in a couple minutes here. And let's see here. Tonight, folks, we have let's see here. Where's that image that I'm looking for? Dropship 4 versus Paragon Sect. Now, looking at both of these teams, whoops, slight error on sizing. Sorry, guys. There we go. Slightly fixed now. So we have an interesting matchup between Dropship 4 and Paragon Sect. With these two teams, they have netted one win each, but well, they've lost 2 games. So this is going to be a really interesting lineup here. Currently, their placing in the tournament is let's see here. Originally, let's see, Dropship 4 was 14th place. Originally, starting off. This image is thanks to Queenblade. Much appreciated for the image that you've shared. So, and also, Paragon Sect was, wow, ranked 10th. This is amazing. That was, of course, initial seeding. And current seeding, let's see here. Dropship 4 is right here. Interesting. They dropped a few places, but not too bad. Within 7 slots here, so it's not actually too bad. But oh my goodness, from 10th down to 26. Paragon Sect. Interesting. That definitely did not hold quite well for them for the last 3 rounds, except for the win, which probably helped them up a little bit, but the last 2 games definitely dragged the initial seeding, or the initial seeding down to 27th. Okay, now let's see here. Let's see at the different mechs to watch out for. We have the Commando 2 Delta with Dropship 4, the Vulcan 5 Tango. Mechs to really watch out. Very solid mechs here. And on Paragon Sect, the Fleet 17, usually in a small pulse and 6 small pulses and 1 small laser. This mech is really nasty. Can pour out a crap ton of damage close range and duck in and out. And we have the X1 Bushwhacker, quite a decent mech as well. Most of the time I've been seeing it with the Ultra 10, dual Ultra 10 setup, but I've seen the odd LBX 2 times, LBX 10 times 2, and 1 medium laser on the odd occasion. Interesting setup. But without ado, we need to make sure that I'm gonna grab spin yin yang spinny thing into the lobby. Texan, you in yet?
Yes. Looks like it finished updating. I don't know why it let me load up a corrupted Emperor, but it says it's updated now.
Yay! Okay.
I'm gonna be spectating anyways. I hope it doesn't kick me out. It's corrupted again or something. I don't know.
Oh, that's troublesome. So, who do I have to find for not dropship, for, but, let's see here. Nothing flashing, so I have to find the actual roster and find the Paragon sect. This is my first casting of these in this unit. So it is Executioner Prime that I'm supposed to contact. Okay, let's add him to the friend, and let's see here. Let me check Discord a quick second here. And oh, let me see if I've where is, okay, there we go, and let's see if he's on. Team leads, Paragon sect. Oh. Interesting. I don't see his Discord name up. Let's hope that where is he? I don't see him. Oh no. This is gonna be a problem. Team leaders. Sorry. But is yes ready. Trying to locate the leader in game, but invited. Not sure if online or sub is on. Where is Executioner Prime? I don't see him. Hey dudes, looking for ISC Prime, but he hasn't accepted friend invite yet. Need to just do that. Let's double check the notepad. Mining colony first. Mining colony, mining colony. Oh, mining collective, sorry. North America, 20. Single. And no to full teams. I'm sending an invite to you, Tex. And you are online finally. Yay! Okay. Tex, do you have Paragon sect on your what is he doing? is there anyone else on the team that I don't see. There you go.
Did you find them?
Yeah, he finally messaged. Yay! Hey! Lobby invite has been sent. Oh. What? Rip? Oh, okay. Let's send him another invite. Might have been stage fright there, Monker S. Alright, double checking here. We have Mining Collective twice in this round. Let's bring up the actual map here. Okay. Sorry, a little bit scattered here. Okay. Oh, he sent me another message. You left lobby? Okay. Oops. I was gonna bring up the actual map here so that people can look up the whole situation here. Jeez. Too many windows, not enough monitors. The MWO. There we go.
I just realized.
I'm
gonna change the dropship forward versus PS. The actual string.
What's wrong now? Sorry? What?
I see dropship forward versus DSAG on the Twitch page.
Oh, DSAG. Shit. Give me a second there. I should have double checked that. NWO leagues. And I'm gonna do title zone. Well, while they're getting ready here, I'm just gonna change the title so that actually won't mess up the placing here. Option 4. Versus that. Round 4. Okay. Now let's double check here. I'm gonna look at the strats here. So we actually have interesting spawn positions here. We have Sigma, Theta, and Gamma. And we have both teams locked. Okay. So make sure that these three positions are correct. And yeah, gonna launching. In 3, 2, 1, and launch. And here we go.
It looks like from the spawns, it looks like PS is gonna stack on Bravo and maybe take the Overwatch position on mining collector.
Oh, that's extremely interesting. We gotta see what mechs they'll come up with that sort of setup. The Vulcan is really strong on Delta 4s or Dropship 4s side there, while the Bushwhacker, I wonder if we'll see them here as well on Mining Collective. Interesting strong mechs that they have. Okay, and here we go. Oh boy. Oh my goodness, Dropship 4. They have Bushwhacker Papa 1s. 4 of them. 1 Assassin and a Roughneck 3A. And how about your side with Paragon sect, Texan? Texan?
They are ER large laser grasshoppers, and believe have a couple brawlers actually mixing in.
Ooh. So looks like SRM setups with Dropship 4's mechs and mid pulse. Oh, we are going Brawly, boys. And oh my goodness, looks like some Uziels, Grasshopper, Shadowhawks, and 1 Javelin on Paragon sect. That's quite interesting. And oh, looks like they've spotted the assassin piloted by Cyclone Jack. I'm not too sure if they have visual on Bushwhackers here. They all got their attention on Cyclone Jack and his assassin out of range too. And just waiting for that right moment. And let's take a look at the grasshoppers. Oh, 5 ER larges. 5 ER larges. And they're set up right by the huge smokestack there. And here we go! Cyclone Jack pushing in the spearhead. Oh, he is suffering damage. It's down to 65%, 64. But missiles are flying now. He's not the only one. He's cycling out. Oh boy. Woo.
And it looks like the Bushwhacker's almost down.
Oh no.
Focused, and he's luckily rotated out fast enough.
Oh,
Javelin's
Arsenia's
gonna get on him.
Come on, guys. Ooh. Looks like some of the Bushwhackers.
The Bushwhacker is back into the front, down the middle, brawl.
Looks like there's a little brawl back there, and oh, no signal found. Went down in his Uziel.
D4 has finally gotten to the back of those grasshoppers. Hopefully they could take them down soon.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
getting shot in the back by some of them.
Ooh, and execution Prime takes out Yin Yang, and oh, Shock 21 took out X64. Arsenia's took out Execution Prime.
Prime is down.
Ooh, this is a very close matchup, guys. Oh, and Paragon sect lost a mech. And oh, they've evened it out. Oh no, Shock 21 goes down for the count.
It's very possible that this Uziel could take some high ground and just like the assassin and possibly cut his way to victory, but he's just standing there taking the SRMs.
I think he's legged. Yeah, he is legged. Uziel 6P is legged. Oh my goodness.
He's just getting brawled now.
Oh, and Gik finishes him off with the SRM. Ends on his Bushwhacker. Oh wow. That was some fantastic brawling from Dropship 4. And what do you think happened there, Texan?
Just that the grasshoppers weren't in position fast enough. They were still fiddling around instead of just getting to the very top and shooting ERs at that assassin.
Yeah, I thought that Dropship 4 was a bit lackluster on the jump jet mechs, but
Oh,
Cyclone
they
Jet.
definitely were. The problem, I think, was the grasshoppers just came onto the low ground, just gave themselves to the SRMs.
Oh no, yeah, that's a bit of a tactical mistake on Paragon's sect side. It might have been a far closer encounter, I think, if they were able to utilize um, their jump jet ability on the grasshopper. But let's see here. Let's update the match here. 1 win for Dropship 4. 6 kills. Well, Paragon set was able to net 4 kills, but was not able to completely finish. I think they kind of forgotten about the assassin near the end, because otherwise the grasshoppers could have just jump jetted away and just legged him. But yeah, that was the match there. Holy smokes! Definitely need to find out what was Paragon Sect's minds when that whole situation developed. All right, we are switching. Please stay in your mix. We will be switching sides now. Okay. All right. Let's double check here. And let's take a look at the stats, the strats there. Texan, if you don't mind, please take us away.
Okay, so what I saw happen was they set up in Bravo Lands the majority of their forces. For PS, grasshoppers were all going into one location now. Even then, by the time that D4 started engaging, I don't think they felt comfortable enough, because it looks like they were still overlapped on lower ground. Particular, but the other red box kind of represents where PS sent most of their brawly types and scout. They did get caught out and killed pretty early on, I believe, especially the Shadowhawk, I think.
Okay, yeah. It looks like I think.
And then D4 just charged in through actual grid square of D4. Killed them.
Yeah.
Assassin did a decent job scouting on the left side.
Mm-hmm. And he also did a pretty good job at actually going into the. I saw he was in the grasshoppers for a bit as well too, at Delta 6. And yeah, that was some fantastic matchup there. Alright, I'm gonna take a gander at the... Oops. The actual match. That's...
Weapons online.
Where is it? Okay, look at that one. Oh, we need to sign up this thing. MWO stats. Log in. Oh, we haven't logged out. Okay. I'm gonna bring up the updated match score in a second, or match stats, that is. Okay, so taking a quick peek at it. It is Gika with the huge carry back there. Whoops, this is wrong. Whoops, sorry. This is not the one we're looking for. Haha. Here we go. There we go. That looks better. And it looks like, yeah, Gika 647 damage. Cyclone Jack with a close second. Well, I mean, somewhat close. 200 damage for close, but yeah, he did quite well on that assassin. And the bushwhackers, the rest of the bushwhackers did their fair amount of 300 to 200, and Spinny Yang. Sorry, Yin Yang Spinny Thing did 187 with the Roughneck Trie. I think that's.
I think we're ready to launch.
Oh, we are? Okay. Yeah, all locked. Okay. And launching. In 3, 2, 1, and click. Gotta make sure we switch to the lobby. In-game lobby. There we go. Mining Collective Conquest Round 2. Here we go. Oops. Yeah, that thing was covering that. Oh, actually we can put it up here. Okay, here comes the mechs. And looks like on Paragon's side,
We're stacking some victors.
Ooh, some victors, interesting. The 9A1 twice, and the Uziel, 6 Papa, the Assassin, and the Commando. And on Dropship 4 side, oh wow, we have a Stalker, Tree FB, Vulcan, Grasshopper, 5 Hotel, Javelin, 11 Alpha, twice over, and a Grasshopper 5P. Interesting. Let's see what this looks like. ER larges from the Grasshopper. Oh, Dree and Dree. Okay. And let's see here. It's quite interesting. Looks like they're stacking on the Delta 4 side again. Three large lasers and medium lasers. Okay. And oh, the Stalker Tree FB is running 4 large lasers and 2 medium lasers. Okay. Let's see how's the fight going. Oh, looks like they're a little bit out of place. The Grasshopper on the smokestack there actually repositioned closer towards the stalker there. And it looks like their mediums and light mechs for dropship 4 has positioned themselves pretty close to data.
Looks like they're just trying to trade now with MPLs and AC-10 versus large laser spam. PS needs to push an angle preferably soon.
Yeah, it looks like triple AC-10s with the Victors here.
One of the Victors is already down to 70%.
Oh no, yeah. The health
lowest mech on...
Go ahead, sorry?
The lowest mech on D4 side is just a Javelin.
Oh no, looks like the Uzio's actually much lower than the Victor at 65, 62%. Oh, the trading is not so great for Paragon sect at the moment.
Paragon sect is just allowing themselves to stay pinned in that low ground area on D4.
And looks like the grasshoppers for the dropship 4 side is really just eating away at the Paragon 6 mechs there. Oh my.
Oh, it looks like... I don't know what that Victor's trying to do. It looks like he's just trying to stay behind another piece of cover that's different.
Oh, it looks like a reposition here. Looks like dropship 4 has discovered that movement. Although the grasshopper might be in trouble if he doesn't see that Victor with that Commando 1 Delta with him. Oh, he spots him. He's moving back a little bit further, and he dropped a strike on that Executioner Prime. Oh boy. Oh, and we see the Commando 1 Delta pushing in. Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting. Oh,
and the Commando is starting to get shots on the Grasshopper.
Oh boy, this is mistakes. And it looks like Paragon sect is pushing in. That's...
Yeah, they're finally pushing in, but they're so hurt.
Yeah, and he's slightly out of position.
D4 is forming a firing line on the low ground, it looks.
Yeah, and they do have the one Overwatch grasshopper.
Has to push through choke points.
Oh no.
The Victor's starting to get hurt.
Oh boy, those Victors are going down. They're in the red zone right now. Whee! And spinny thing is...
There goes the first Victor.
Oh no.
And the next one's almost dead.
Oh my. And it looks like the other Victor went down. Oh boy, this is looking a little bit one-sided here, folks.
D4 is spreading the damage like but.
Yeah, and surprisingly enough,
3 red mechs, and PS didn't even manage to get a single one of them.
Oh no, that's an 06. Well played, guys. Nice try, Paragon sect. But oh my goodness, jeez, this is quite an upset of. I didn't expect it was going to be this lopsided though. Oh my goodness. So let's see here. So let's tune in to the strat there. And I will bring up the score on the other side. And taking a gander. Oh, whoops. I keep messing up on that one.
Alright, I got finished strats for you, Drew.
No worries. Take your time. I'm just gonna look at the match scores and so forth. Yeah. Gika again with most damage this time around in the Javelin 11A. Holy smokes, folks. Almost 700 damage. Woo-wee. That's amazing. And second in the damage scores, Sai QU. And his
Whoa. Alright.
His Grasshopper 5 Papa. Oh, are you done with the strats? Can I switch to the screen?
Oh, yes, actually. You go ahead.
Here we go, folks. And please walk us through what you saw there, Texan.
Alright, so starting with PS, they tried the same kind of brawl push that D4 were doing, but the difference is, this time when the Overwatch deck was placed down on the field, D4 actually spread out their Overwatch mechs on just a big concave. So by the time they tried to push that Grasshopper that was left behind in like the top of D6, they were getting hit by 2 or 3 different angles trying to push through there, and then for some reason they felt like getting stuck down there and just stagnated for a majority of the game, lost a lot of armor. And by the time they actually had the balls to finally push them hard, they were already red max and open in their side torsos, and then they pushed them in the open after trying a little reverse NASCAR on the map.
Wow. Yeah, they've definitely kited them quite well, I think, on this matchup in the end.
Well, good job on D4's lights for stopping them from getting the top as well, getting the cap advantage with the 2 cap, forcing them to actually try to engage sometime.
Yeah.
It's just that PS might have had better chances if they pushed a lot sooner, honestly.
Okay, both teams are ready. And we're gonna launch in 3, 2, 1, and launch. And it looks like Solaris City Conquest. Let's
This should be a pretty good match. I don't think a lot of people shoutcasted Solaris City yet.
Yeah,
Hope to see some interesting strats.
definitely. It's gonna be a really interesting situation with the whole dynamic of this map. Let's double check here. I'm gonna switch this to Solaris City Tree Cap. So we have to make sure that Epsilon, Theta, and Kappa are the legit
Oh, look at Paragon Sect,
Caps.
a 5 champion stack.
Ooh, that's really interesting. And on Dropship 4 side, they've put 3 Roughnecks in play, 3 A's, 2 Javelins, and 1 Thunderbolt. The Javelin 10 Papa and 10 November.
Alright, and looking at some of these loadouts from PS, medium lasers with UAC 20s and sometimes just regular AC 20s.
Interesting. With UAX, it's a bit of a jam RNG is praying there, I think, at that situation.
Alright.
And it looks like the Roughnecks have medium pulses and large lasers and oh.
Well, it's just all pulse spam.
Yep.
But it
medium
looks
pulse
like
spam.
these javelins.
The
They're
javelin.
not taking the usual meta. They're bringing the SRMs.
Mm-hmm. Quite interesting. Oh, here we go. The fights is on data right now.
Oh, Giga just took a hit.
Yeah, I think
His
it's
javelin.
to his side torso. Just see what he's actually damaged in. Oh yeah, he is hurting a bit there.
Oh, it looks like they're trading right beyond the choke point. D4 just got a strike that hit them pretty hard.
Oh my. And looks like there's. Go ahead.
All these strikes from D4 seem to be missing with airstrikes.
Mm-hmm. Well, we see a paragon sect take this particular game.
Paragon Sect seems to be winning the trade. Oh, and Shop just took a lot of damage right there.
Oh my. There is some. Oh no. But it looks like Spinny.
Oh, and X just got a freaking strike on top of his face. Poor him.
Oh my. Yeah, we have. Oh, and it looks like Arsenius on the javelin is going for the side shots back there. Right by the bottom lower left corner of the map.
Oh wow, look. All that damage X is taking.
Oh no.
He's almost down. He got legged, he's lost the torso, I believe, even.
Yeah, he's down to 24%. My goodness.
You would think with everyone just using pulse lasers, they wouldn't hit the legs as often.
Oh, and the CT is just one touch. Oh no, 19%.
Wow, 19%. Good tanking from that champion.
And he finally goes down.
Now they're finally down.
Oh no, Paragon Sect's health is looking a bit low there.
Oh, and Secret Toast, he's almost down, all the way at 53%, not taking like his other teammate. Oh, D4 is pushing in.
Oh, D4
The MPLs.
Oh boy. Oh no. Looks like a
Secret
Paragon
Toasty
Sect.
is tanking still.
Oh no.
And he finally goes down.
That was a whole bunch of mechs falling down on Paragon Sect's side. And we got a bunch of hurt mechs from Dropship 4 side, but oh boy. This is not looking good at all. Little Wookie, do your thing.
Now all it's up to Lil Wookie with the unkillable commando versus 6 people using pulse lasers and Zerms.
Oh,
and he's
boy.
finally down.
And he's down. The little.
Now they just gotta get the cabs.
Yeah.
A lot of UAVs thrown up by D4.
Mm-hmm. Basically surrounded the map with UAVs. We got that UAV.
Now,
bug
if you
here.
look at those health percents, really good job spreading the damage.
Mm-hmm. They
A lot of
rotated.
Paragon Sex people just kept on trading individually, it looked like.
Yeah, that was.
And then let other fresher people rotate in their armor and trade. But to be fair, they were trading with AC-20s and medium lasers versus pure bombing builds.
Yeah, it looked like the
Pulse
bomb-
bomb it, but
pulse bomb
still
it's definitely
very strong. at trading at closer ranges, especially on Solaris.
It seems to be the theme for Solaris City. MPLs is a little bit more superior than DACA.
I wouldn't call that DACA, probably.
Well, that was Ultras and AC-20, so. Alright, let's take a quick look at the match scores here while Texan does his magic on the tactics page.
I honestly do not remember what grid square it was, because Solaris is so symmetrical in the center.
But, man, what a brawl, man. What a brawl. Whoops, before I do that, I'll do this. There we go. So, let's see here. And my goodness, wow. The Roughneck 3A, piloted by X64, takes away the damage on this match with pilot error with a close second. Yin Yang spinning thing with 442. And oh, looks like the javelins weren't able to get that much damage, but man, they were excellent distractions on the champion drop there. But on the Paragon sect side, we have Executioner Prime doing it 433. Looks like there might have been some team damage, and yes, Secret Toasty did give some friendly damage there, which caused him a slight loss in match score, but he did a fair amount of damage at 475. And oh, Shock 21, okay, he also did some damage there to friendly, but again, that's a fairly even number there, except for Kingpin, which and of course the Commando, but the Commando usually has SRMs and lasers on the 1 Delta. Am I not correct on that one, Texan, or?
Just depends on the Commando. Usually a lot of people will just go pure SRMs on the ECM one, just because they don't have enough tonnage for the other stuff, because people like to bring stealth commandos sometimes.
That is true. Now,
or they'll just bring the pure speed one with 2 SRM4s in the CT.
And you wanna walk through the whole the match on the map strat there? I have it up right now.
Alright.
While I switch off.
It was honestly pretty simple. They just 2 death balls congregated at 1 choke point and started trading. The difference was D4 looked like their light came in a few times to harass and get them to turn around and shoot them. But D4 trading with the laser pulse vomits versus the AC-20's medium lasers seemed to get a lot more critical damage on those mechs than PS's AC-20 medium laser champions dealing to the other guys.
Yeah, I think maybe the burn time on the medium lasers might have lost out versus the medium pulses. What do you think about that assessment?
If they had wait, repeat the question really quick.
I was thinking that the Paragon sect had medium lasers, and that might have been the issue on the burn damage burns on the dropship 4 side, which medium pulses have a shorter duration versus the medium lasers.
I don't know, because at that point they would have been really slow to getting into position anyways.
Oh, okay.
Much harder time.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Theta and usually Delta 5 seem to be,
Maybe if they just full on push them
mm,
through the outer parts of the Solar City, because getting stuck in that middle part with your whole death ball is really deadly for your force.
mm-hmm. It seems like a lot of strikes were used, and that was a lot of fireworks there. And it looks like Delta, or sorry, Dropship 4 has locked. Just waiting on Team 2, which is Paragon Sect. It's extremely surprising that Paragon Sect, from the initial 10th seed, dropped down to actually losing quite almost landslide battles there for the last 3 matches. What do you
To
think,
be fair,
Jackson?
Jarl's list isn't everything.
Mm-hmm.
You can cheese the system with stuff like ATMs and other stuff. But comp is where you really prove yourself, and a lot of other teams prove themselves to be better than the one with the higher Jarl list score.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Paragon Sec is almost ready. They're all green, and Execution
Oh,
Prime
it looks like they're ready.
says he's ready. Alright. Alright.
Alright, so we won't be able to see any more champions for the rest of these matches from PS.
Mm-hmm. And I think Roughnecks as well, because Dropship 4 has burnt them out.
I thought they only used like 3 or 4 of them.
They used a couple back in the Mining Collective matches.
Oh, okay.
It is a really strong mech, I'd say, though.
Yep, it certainly is. 65 tons, and then you get structure and armor quirks the size of certain assaults. While still going as fast as a clan heavy.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's see what we'll have. Oh. What uh-oh's no good. What's happening?
We might see a hold here if someone said uh-oh.
Looks like interesting builds on red side here. A Cataphract 1X, 2 Warhammer 6 Rogers, a Blackjack tree, a Locust tree S, and an Uziel 6 Papa. And what about your side with Dropship 4?
It looks like D4 is bringing Splat with 2 MPL mechs to secure the kills.
Ooh.
It's like you buying a Cyclops 10Q with all the 6s and 1 SRM4 with Artemis. It's gonna be accurate with those terms, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and the Cataphract 1X has a heavy Gauss and medium lasers.
Oh, just looking at PS's side, they have like AC-10s with medium laser spam.
Mm-hmm.
I do not know if that will be enough DPS in such a brawly environment.
Oh, and we have the Locust 3S by Little Wookie. He has been contested by the Vulcan 5 Tango.
It's a good thing he got out of there as soon as he spotted them.
Yeah, 2 Vulcan 5 Tangos, 2 Assassin, and a Cyclops and a Orion on Dropship 4 side.
Oh wow, that strike hit absolutely no one. That was right on top of Paragon Tech.
Mm-hmm.
The bridge is OP, obviously. Oh, it looks like Pilot may be getting ganked here.
Oh no.
Nope, okay, he's getting out in time.
Yeah,
The
looks.
Warhammer and the Uziels were just being cautious.
But looks like cap advantage for dropship 4. Interesting.
Yeah, they have a 3 cap. What is this Locust doing?
Looks like
He
he's.
can't realistically fight a Vulcan in a 20-tonner with SRMs. And you don't even have JJs. He should have capped that point a long time ago.
Yeah, I think he initially did, and then the Vulcan chased him off.
It looks like D4's SRM Brawler is just gonna wait on top of Theta.
Yeah, looks like they're piled up at that one location on the side of Kappa. They've taken Kappa back now.
Paragon sect just seems willing to hide here. Right between the Kappa and Theta point. They're significantly behind on the caps. They aren't exactly. Oh crap! Cyclone Jack just got hit hard in the side torso.
Oh
No, wait,
boy.
no, he got backshotted somehow
Oh.
from the front. Nice hit, Rich.
PGI with the right hit, Reg. Whee! But it looks like his side torso is also open. Right side torso. And looks like a bit of a tangling right here. Oh, and
Oh, it
spinning
looks like
thing.
PS are starting to make their encroachment inside. Oh, Executor Prime has scouted the Onion, but I do not think they've seen the Cyclops yet. Will PS push in without knowing about the Cyclops?
I think they are. Oh, and they see him now.
PsyQ is just trading out in the open using SRMs.
Goodness, look at that. From 90
Oh, Cyclone Jack is down by a strike. PsyQ's almost down into the Cyclops. Blanca, the Warhammer's down. PsyQ's getting focused on. And there he goes.
Oh, wow. Will we see something, a win for dropship, for Paragon Sect this time? Ooh.
It looks like that's a solid maybe. They still have to deal with this Onion that's still at 80% with its full brawl armament.
Ooh, and we have some war crimes here, folks. Little Wookie.
The Onion has lost the single SRM launcher.
Oh no. Yep, he's got 2 SRMs and 1 AC-20 left.
Oh, Pilot's about. Oh, he got taken out by a strike.
Oh no.
And it looks like this is gone in favor of Paragon Sect. They have taken one match.
Congratulations. Woo! That was
on the 500 MC from this one.
Yep. That was quite a brawl, folks. Quite a brawl.
This was a really messy brawl, I will say, at least.
But hey, it's a win for Paragon Sect.
Yep.
Let's see, 6, 3. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick gander at these stats here. And the scores has been updated. Current match has been updated, and let's see here. My goodness. Oh, wow. major amounts of damage from Act 64 with 664 damage in that Orion VA. Dang, man. And then a close second is Pilot Error with the Vulcan 5 Tango with 445. And looks like the scores are slightly, the match damage on Paragon Sec is much more even, with 392 from Little Wookie, 439 from No Signal Found, Executioner Prime with 349, Kingpin with 398. And yeah, it looks like the rest of Dropship 4 only managed to get about an odd 200 damage, between 270 to 250, with the odd assassin out by Cyclone Jack, which he lost his side torso quite early, I think, after being opened with that hit reg situation. And yes, Blanca was basically blanked out by the Cyclops 10Q, which netted that kill on the Warhammer, I believe. And shall we take a quick look at the strats here while I switch the teams?
Sure.
Oh wait, we're not. Oh yeah, it's actually not switching the teams. It's actually switching the map.
Switching the map to the final map, I believe.
Yeah,
Grimplexus.
Grimplexus, my goodness. Feels like the games are really short. Holy smokes. Or is it just me?
Solaris City, the place of the quick brawls.
Alright, Grimplexus. And we're looking at both teams. And a big green square right at Theta there. Please explain the whole situation if
Alright, Theta is where they de-forced the majority of their death ball, and they just waited after they got 2 cap, which is perfectly fine if you don't want to rush into someone else's tradey DPS Daka decks, I guess, or pop-tarting. Yeah, they even have a 3 cap for a while, but those Panthers are representations of where they put their Vulcans, I believe, throughout the match. Though Paragon Sec did an outstanding push somehow with DPS using Daka and Pop-Tarts somehow and winning the brawl against the pure SRM mechs. But to be fair, it was also seemed to come down to some people making some very unfortunate trades, like Cyclone Jack lost his side torso armor on his assassin before they even officially pushed in.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate situation for Cyclone Jack with that weird hit registry. It looks like both teams are ready and launching.
Oh, PS is ready, and they are a little bit undertunned.
Okay.
But maybe if D4 were a little bit less aggressive with their scouting on some of those assassins, they could have just been at full health and just pushed into them as soon as PS were going through that tight choke point. I don't know why PsyQ was trading with that Cyclops really in the open. Should have just stayed near cover, possibly.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. Let's
He
switch.
took a lot of damage, though. Alright. The next match is starting.
The match is about to start. And I'm gonna just lightly remind them that the interviews will be on MWO Comp Discord as soon as it pops up. We have a little bit of time too.
Yeah.
This is a big ass map here.
Oh, wow.
And
Well, it looks like Paragon sect is taking the Warhammer a lot in this map.
yeah, 3 Warhammers, 6 Deltas, 2 Javelins, and 1 Blackjack. Interesting. And on dropship 4, my goodness, they brought the Stalker 3F. Ooh.
Alright, these Warhammers are all 5e or large. I am gonna guess they're going to that G10 corner of the map and taking a 2 cap, maybe.
And it looks like those trebuchets are Lerms. Ree.
High octane skills, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, these javelins, I don't know what they're doing on this side of the map still. I don't even think a single one of them has scouted on top of Hamburger Hill to see where their opponents are.
And it looks like some interesting setup from Executioner Prime with that Blackjack, with triple large lasers, and I'm assuming that the Warhammers are also large lasers as well. Interesting.
You are correct. Those are 5e or larges.
And looks like they're taking the right side of the map. And just gonna quickly remind the folks.
Okay. Executor Prime is going out here in the open with his Blackjack. It looks like he may be ganked by this flea. ER larges versus SBL Mac. And he is getting caught out by everyone.
Oh my.
The Lerms are going for him.
Oh no.
Praise Pete. Oh, they're just out of range, it looks like, for one of them.
Oh, that's a tactical mistake. Oh, and looks like the Blackjack.
He's down to 60%, 52.
And
there he goes. Thank you, Chris, for all that incoming skill.
My goodness. Yeah, and those alarms managed
now
to...
PS has to play with one ER trader down. And now they're out in the open with ER large lasers versus trebuchets. This could end very badly for them.
Oh, they've taken down that EOV on Epsilon.
Yep, it looks like PS is just trying to hold a position.
And it looks like the
They didn't
Javelin...
scout out that all the traders from D4 are on top of that hill where the domination point usually is.
And it looks like... Oh! Yes, they have eyes on the Flea 17. And
The Flea 17 should be taking their cap point soon. Even.
Looks like he suffered some back damage. And it looks like...
PS will get ahead here in the caps just because you have 2 people on that cap point.
With the 2 javelins on the gamma point.
Yep. Astinis is having trouble getting the cap from them. He's just gonna retreat off of it. Yes.
And it looks like Spinny Yang thing is trying to scout out a little bit for the team. Interesting choice from the trebuchet.
Alright, and here are D4's ER traders. They're pushing up. It looks like they're gonna make a move directly on top of the ER traders of PS.
And they have a UAV up in the corner just to see if there's anyone peeking on the side there. And oh boy, the Warhammer 6 Delta is shooting at...
Oh, the ER traders are in range for the LRMs.
Ooh, and looks like the javelin is shooting on that wolfhound right there too. Oh, strikes on the
Warhammer's
warhammers.
already down to 70%, 69. He's
And-
getting fucked so many ways.
Oh, they have eyes on that Flea 17. Oh, looks like the Flea
The
17.
17 is getting caught out, and now Blanca is getting learned to death.
Oh no.
They're playing at your large ranges, but they just keep on getting clagged out in this open field, which is really not the best place to be if you know your enemy is running slow, long-range projectiles.
And the wolfhound is pushing in on the warhammer. Oh my goodness. Oh boy, the warhammer is all open. He's about to go
Warhammer
down.
should get secured.
Oh no.
Yin Yang, congratulations.
Oh boy, strike landed on the warhammer and the javelin there. And it looks like the Wolverine might be going down pretty soon. Wolfhound, sorry, not Wolverine. My mistake,
The
folks.
Javelin 11A is hugging one of the other trebuchets, but he's getting small lasered by his buddy, Yin Yang.
Ah, it's just small laser. You can take
Kingpin's
it.
getting ignored for some reason. He's just ERing Yin Yang.
Oh my, this is not looking good
Is
for
Yin
Paragon
Yang out of
Sect.
ammo? And he's down.
And looks like 2 mechs down for Paragon Sect. Or 2 mechs left. Sorry.
Oh, wow, this is a lot closer than I thought it would be.
Oh, and my goodness, dropship 4 actually lost.
This Javelin needs to get the heck out of Dodge somehow.
Oh boy, and self-destruction.
Those are 2 fresh assaults he cannot deal with.
Oh no. And oh boy, the Battlemaster.
And
the
he's
sucker.
getting whittled down. He's already at 50% now by those large lasers. He cannot escape.
Oh no. Wow. This is
And he's lagged.
oh no.
He's just holding still now. He's accepted his fate. Oh, and he's
Nope,
moving
he's
again.
still trying. He's gonna do as much damage as he can. But large lasers versus medium laser. Oh, this is not looking good.
Rest in peace.
Rest in pepperonis. No signal found.
Now they just need to get 2 caps. I think they could take any caps at this point, right?
Yep.
After kills?
It is after kills. It's all caps is open for contesting. Lightly remind again. And finally, Sigma has been flipped by Dropship 4. And it may take a little bit of time. I think it might be 7-0, 7-5-0. Or, yeah, there we go. That's a strange mechanic.
And there we go. The match finally won by D4. Taking those cap points.
That was amazing. Oh wait. Sorry. Looks like I muted myself on Discord.
Oh, but hopefully not on OBS, because that would have been really bad.
Yeah. No, OBS, I didn't mute myself, but yeah. Can't remember when I actually muted myself.
I don't know. I think it was right after the last javelin goes down.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't that bad. Alright, let's see here. We have Surge. Yes, and Blanca. Hello,
hello.
Paragon sect.
How's it going, guys?
Excellent matches from both sides. It was a very interesting setup on the first two matches from your side, Paragon sect. It was.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we tried to own those towers in the corner of the grasshoppers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we weren't able to get up there at first, but you know that was the original plan. It could still work if you're not able to get up there right away.
Weapons.
Yeah, it was a shame that that wasn't effective, because it looked like they had only one assassin that was able to jump jet while the rest were ground bound for that first drop.
Yeah, that second match they kind of pulled the same thing on us, but they spread out more around the map, so I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, but I think y'all stagnated a little bit too much on that second drop, right?
What'd you say again?
That y'all got stuck in that one part of the map as they started trading against your AC-10 victors.
Oh, right, yeah. I know,
For the
that
whole
was
match.
horrible. Yeah, they spread out on us and like we were pinned down. You can't go theta, you know, be caught out in the open over there and like, yeah, we were just trying to get like a kill or two ahead on that at that point. Oh, we ended up trying to rush that grasshopper that was sniping way in the back. You know, we had covered that whole route on the left side, you know, coming from our side. But, you know, and that didn't work out, but we almost isolated, you know, two grasshoppers. You know, if we would have jumped on that, you know, out in the open, just started the brawl right away. We kind of held up. We hesitated a little there, but it probably wouldn't have mattered. But that was kind of the plan, like, to rush down that grasshopper, you know, get as close as we can.
Yeah, it was a shame on the second drop too. There was, I think that was a lack of, maybe a
Oh,
bit.
is this D-Force representative?
Oh, yes, we have the dropship 4 representative here as well. Yay! We were just. Go ahead, sorry.
You think about that strat though, you know, we brought the AC-10s because we're thinking maybe they're going to sit in the back though with grasshoppers right there where we could shoot them. So that was our original plan though, you know, but like they spread out like we said, we tried to get close and it didn't work.
Yeah, but let's go slightly back for the first drop with Arsenius, because we were a little bit wondering about that particular first drop with the bushwhackers and that one assassin piloted by Cyclone Jack. What was your impression, or what was there a good scouting data that you managed to receive from Cyclone, which led to the strat you performed?
That was the idea going into it. Just like we had done a couple scrims and we wanted to have an aggressive brawl deck, but one of the problems is when they get people up high, you need at least one jump check mech to kind of bully them down. So we kind of want the assassin to both have eyes and become the kind of bully up top when the brawl happened. Honestly, the first brawl we kind of got stretched thin there, and we kind of got lucky to pull that out.
Yeah, it looked like if Paragon sect knew that was only one jump jet capable mech, they might have been able to just leg him and then just pick off your pilots. Quite a risky strategy, I was thinking. What do you think about that situation, Arsenius?
The one jump jet?
Yeah.
For who?
You only had one assassin for that
Oh,
drop,
the one
right?
jump jet mech. Yeah, that's the thing. It's as long as he can do the bully work and get people off top. Like if there's a deck that people take all control high ground, that's probably our kryptonite for that type of push brawl. But the idea was just for him to get up, get eyes, and then at least have one guy to try to pull people down. The rest of it was just kind of get him on the ground and punch him as fast as we can.
Indeed, and it worked out quite well in the end. It looked like maybe a misstrategizing from Paragon sect with that with the grasshoppers, but I thought that was the superior drop deck, but looks like that thought was overturned by the actual execution by dropship 4. Thank you for that first match. That was exciting to watch, though. And for drop 2, was wondering about the situation. It was almost a mirrored match, I'd say, where you guys took the chimney right by the big smokestack. Sorry, with the grasshopper, I believe, or am I mistaken on drop 2?
Yeah, you can call those the 2 towers. 2 towers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we know what you're talking about. This seems like that'd be a great sniping spot. It's tough to get up there at first, but yeah.
That's the area kind of we're watching Theta from Warrior side, right?
Oh, for sure, yeah. That's the plan.
Yeah, that's
Keep them from
kind of
gassing
center
there.
control, right? Luckily, sorry to cut in, but yeah, that was our plan to get the 3 lights in, get kind of scrub, get out of there as fast as we could.
Oh yeah, and it looked like even you were able to reposition closer to the middle, where you still had one grasshopper still shooting at the Overwatch and helping your guys out back at the left side of Theta, as I recollect. That position was really strong.
It's kind of just a control receive deck where if we can get that Theta quick from them and then fall back and get that 2 cap, it kind of forces them to make a move and then hopefully come towards that kill box where we have eyes, and then we have some mechs that kind of still overwatch on Theta in case they went up on there and try to help keep that center control.
Texan, do you have any questions for the first 2 drops?
Particularly for the second drop, what was the decision between the DACA Victors and possibly the 9S variant?
Like the DACA Victors and the 9S. So the 9S is the heavy Gauss, is that correct?
No, versus the 9S. The 9S is the fast brawler one.
Oh, well, it's just trying to get some range because, like you said, they had the grasshoppers that had a bunch of ER larges, They were trying to set up on the towers, we kind of knew that, so we're hitting them there. But we're trying to keep a little bit of range and throw some jump jets in there. You get like the AC-20s and the SRMs, you lose range. But I think that's undervalued. 3 AC-10s is really good on a heavy, that's some good firepower. That's some good docket.
Especially in our scrims, we've seen a lot of people do good work with the Victors on that map, just so you can get the high position, and with the jump jets, with the heavy tonnage, it gives you a lot of options.
Alright, just curious, because the speed synergy of the 9S seemed to be more appropriate with the deck you were playing with the MPL Brawl on some of your other mechs versus the 3 AC-10 Victors that got late to the fight and were kind of late to push.
Yeah. Always learning something, It's like, I wouldn't have ever bought a Victor. I'd rather have a Niger over a Victor, It's Inner Sphere, I spent this last season buying new mechs, trying them out, But, it's fun. We're learning.
Yeah, it's really interesting to just play with Inner Sphere mechs, I'd say, with the Inner Sphere Coalition tournament. But it definitely... Go ahead.
That's fair. A lot of people we have playing are a lot of older players that came from when there was a time where there was only Inner Sphere, so kind of a little bit of that going on for us.
Alright, and on drop 3, first drop of Solaris. My goodness, what a brawl! And congratulations on that. I think it was, let's double check here, sorry. It was.
Yeah, it seemed like it was closer than it ended up being. You know.
Yeah,
we were
from
down by like
Paragon's
5 or
side.
6.
Oh
A
wait.
lot of them were
no.
court though.
Oh no.
Yeah,
that-
they won. They beat us. Yeah.
Oh yeah. For dropship 4, yeah. That fight was, well, actually the Solaris matches was just massive amounts of brawl, so it was exciting to watch. But yeah, it looked like the champion deck fell apart for you there, Paragon Sect. What do you think
We were
went wrong?
We were
Stuck
trying
in
to
the
cut
roof.
through the middle. We were trying to cut through the middle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that didn't work because we first engaged them at that one gate. And they had it set up. You know, if we tried to cut through the middle even more, they'd shoot us from the side. You know, we couldn't really move. And our mistake was trying to hold Theta. You know, we shouldn't have tried to do that. We should have just cut through the middle right away. But we were kind of caught off guard where their heavy force was at, though.
Oh yeah, it seemed at the beginning that the champions were doing quite well, and then it seemed to taper off towards the medium pulse setup by dropship 4. Did you feel
Not
that?
to mention those strikes. Those strikes.
Oh
Oh, shit.
yeah, we we had some folks talk about their money strikes that match.
Oh yeah. And what about your observation, dropship 4, on that third match?
I tend to agree with him about trying to. It is tough, right? Because like what we did to you that match, you end up kind of doing to us.
I know,
the
that's what
match
we said.
afterwards, right? Where flip flop was like, man, fuck. Sorry.
Yep, sorry. We are a family Twitch channel.
So Theta's bad. Theta's very bad. But pay for it the next time. We made you pay for it first.
Mhm. And drop 4, that was a win for Paragon Sect for that. What was your opinion on that particular situation where you managed to snag that win?
Yeah, that was what we were just talking about. It flip-flopped, you know, they got stuck in Theta, just like we did it on the first match.
Mm-hmm.
We saw all their heavies in there, and we were able to kind of make our move first. You know, most of the time they're controlling the game, but we were able to control that game and pulled out ahead, and it was a really good fight, you know. And it's funny, we had to throw in a cataphract too. We got lucky on that one. You know, we're trying to do 3 Warhammers, but that would have put you over the limit.
Yeah.
That was another thing. Those 2 AC-10 Warhammers with 6 medium lasers, those are brutal. That was a great build. And then of course you got Shotkeys running that cataphract, you know, and that has heavy Gauss quirks and medium laser quirks, and you know, Blanca's a great pilot. He's there running that 2 AC-10 build, 6 medium lasers on the Warhammer.
Definitely.
We had a good drop deck, good pilots, made a good move.
Oh, it was an amazing match to watch, especially from, well, even though the Cyclops Q did not perform as well, but man, he was lighting up one of your Warhammers. It was just amazing balls to see that mech in that action there.
Yeah, I know they focused me at the start, and all I could do was survive. And I told them, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna have to torso twist for now, and you guys try to focus them down and try to get some damage in, because they're all shooting me, you know. So that means that the rest of the team can shoot them if they're all focusing me, you know. They get free shots on. It's like, you don't be afraid to poke.
Mm-hmm. And finally, drop 5. Trebuchets, dropship 4. What is that about?
It's something we played around with last match once, and then we did it on scrim. And honestly, the same thing, the scrim we had, the same thing happened where it came out of Echo 9, that backside Sigma. And we were able to catch their lights coming out. They're ready for that look, and then we were able to rotate back and kind of receive it, and then it was the fact that they were out on that back line with their large lasers kind of forced the fight back there.
Yeah, it seemed like it was a really good option in the end. Praise Chris,
yeah.
right?
Just curious though, did your trebuchets run out of ammo that match?
I think they both did. You sure they both did, yeah, before they went down.
So y'all need to pack more damage, Captain?
Maybe or maybe bring a little bit more ammo. But I don't know. It's one of those where we kind of got a weird look at something. You know, it's a weird thing that you don't expect, kind of catch people off guard.
Mm-hmm. And it worked out quite well. And what was your impression on that drop deck Paragon sect?
Oh, it brutalized us. I actually got caught out in the middle. If you remember, I was the blackjack trying to hop up on the wall.
Yeah.
So that kind of
I
sucked.
think that was the worst possible way to get on the wall, honestly.
Yeah.
If you just
Yeah.
packed more JJs and jumped from the other side, you could have had cover against the Clag.
Yes, I know. Yeah, I watched that so bad. That was my fault on our side. Damn.
And go ahead, sorry.
I'll just say that's the thing too. It's like it's kind of a weird movement on our side, like going Sigma-ish. But we had that the turbo shade gives us that light element where we were able to rotate to that really fast respond, and that's something. Honestly, that's something we had to look at in the scrim. So we were really ready to receive that specifically. Luckily, we had that prep time.
Ah.
But yeah, it was kind of a bad roll for you guys.
And how about yourself, Texan? Do you have any questions for drop 3 to 5?
I don't believe so in particularly. Well, except on drop 3 with the champion deck. Was there ever like a call to like get out of beta, maybe?
There was, but then there was also second guessing them.
Well, what it was, we couldn't do it. There was an idea where we could move out of there, but we were already stuck at that entry, like I was talking earlier. If we would have tried to move, we would have got shot by from the side the whole time. You know, it would have ended up bad no matter what. You guys caught us out there. We got jumped by your heavies in that entry.
I dropped 3-2, right? Because then those heavies holding that gate allowed us lights to kind of harass you on the other side and keep you looking at the other door, kind of hesitating on that push or whatever.
We couldn't push out on there on you guys because you had both sides.
We had the choke point, right?
That was like our only option, you know, just like push out there. We got took by surprise.
Yeah,
But,
those gates are tough.
Yeah, but we couldn't. I mean, ideally, you know, we just like cut through Theta and like push out on the other side. And you know, if we would have done that from that first entry to the second entry, like I said, we would have got shot out from behind and from the side and everything. It was like we just had to hold there or just push out. You know, we didn't push out. Yeah.
Alright, it was just something I was curious about because the AC-20 medium laser decks looks like something you want to be on the outside and try pushing into them instead of trading with pulse vomit builds.
Yep. For sure.
Once you have center though, it's almost really hard. Like, because if you guys would have ran, then we would have had your backside. Once you were at that door, it was really hard to break that commitment.
Yeah, that's where the hesitation that I mentioned came into play.
That's one thing we've noticed through going through our scrims is if you're going to do the brawl, like win, lose, or draw, you just got to go and be aggressive as a force. Whatever you do, you have to do it very decisively.
Yeah.
That was our plan.
Yeah, definitely. And do you have any last words for our viewers? Perhaps possible recruitment slogans or any miscellaneous things you would like to say.
Recruitment slogans, yeah, okay. D4 is the home of bastards and broken things.
All hell PS.
All right.
OPS, we're very good in quick play.
Hey, let's get a 12 tourney started. All mechs.
Oh my goodness.
We're
I'll be
gonna have to get the recruitment drive going for sure.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see
That'd
all
be
the
fun.
ATMs that come flying.
Oh yeah.
All right, and thank you for the interviews. It was quite enjoyable talking about the last 5 matches. It was wow, something really unexpected, but it was pretty close actually, I'd say. But in the end, the wins actually made the difference. Thank you
Thanks
again.
for having us.
Paragon sect and dropship 4.
Thanks, D4. It was a good match. Good fun.
Yeah, good drafts, man.
Thanks for casting this, guys.
Yep. Thanks for having us.
Have a great night. And Texan?
Yep, see y'all later. There's another match up very soon, I believe. So stick around the channel, Twitch chat.
There's another chat. There's another what? When?
I was pretty sure there was another match tonight, right?
No, that's tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
We are the
messed up.
only match tonight, I'm afraid. But thanks again, everyone, for joining us. This Dropship 4 and Paragon set match. Fantastic matches indeed. Tomorrow will be triple matches going on all 3 MWO leagues. And it will be, let's see here. Let's read it off. Asrot, which is Sky Rangers, and versus Blackthorn Dragoons. While that is being casted by System Belmont on, I believe it is MWO Leagues 2, while our main feature lineup will be EMP Imperial versus 228 Blackwatch, hosted by Toaster, sorry. I was about to say Texan, but nope. Toaster, and possibly his sidekick, Saruman, but there's nothing about Saruman on that match, so on notes, so yeah. But I will be hosting, my goodness, the MS Clawdads versus Panzer Regiment 502. That's most likely going to be on MWO Leagues 3. And this is it from me and Texan. Good night, all.
We're signing out.